Great. This video is going to show you step 2 of conducting a meta-analysis, which is sorting. So what I'm going to do is go into Dropbox, go into my RA projects folder, my org culture folder, and I'm also going to open the potential articles to code that I've already saved. Now I want to also open up my other folder of where I'm going to want to sort these. So I'm just going to open RA projects. I'm going to show you an org culture. I'll just show you in terms of codable articles. So what I'm going to want to do is go through each individual article and determine if it fits into the categories of codable, transformation needed, etc. So one good place to start is looking at the abstract. Now this particular article that I'm showing you doesn't have an abstract, so if you just continue scrolling through, you'll see there's no abstract here. So no clue as to what might be happening in this specific article. So you can just do a search. I'm interested in the organizational culture measure in this article. You can see that it is measured. However, if I'm just reading through, it doesn't look like it's actually talking about it in terms of a measure. So I'm just going to go down to the measures section of the paper just to confirm that this might not be a relevant paper. You just go through. Here's my materials section. You can see that it's measuring that variable, relevant for me. Continue reading through. It doesn't look like they're actually measuring the culture profile, and indeed in the measures section again it's only talking about the culture climate measure and other measures and nothing relevant for me here. Just want to double check, so that's why I'm scrolling through here in my procedures. But indeed there's really nothing relevant here, so I'm going to want to move this specific article into the irrelevant articles folder. Do that. And now move on to the next one. So again, what I'm wanting to do is determine if this article is relevant for coding. I can check in the abstract to see if anything's relevant. There was nothing there, so that's why I'm scrolling down. Here I can see that this article could be relevant. It's measuring organizational culture, measured by O'Reilly, which is a measure that I'm interested in. If I just read through here and check for anything relevant specific to my construct of interest. Here I can see that there is information they're measuring that's relevant to my construct of interest, which is good. So I'm just going to want to see if it's what types of things it measures. Does it measure descriptive statistics? Does it measure correlations? What are they reporting? So that I know if it fits into the transformation needed folder or not. And I can see here all of these statistics that you can see would suggest to me that they're not correlations and transformation might be needed. So I'm just going to double check there's no correlation table. There isn't. So I'm going to move this one into the transformation needed folder. And again, you just got to keep going. Here's another example. I'm going to determine if it's irrelevant, if coding is easy, or if transformation is needed. So I'm going to look in my abstract. I can see here that this study does measure something of interest to me in abstract, so that's a good start. I'm going to want to scroll down to the materials area. I can also see in my hypotheses if anything's relevant. Here they're measuring a number of constructs of interest. Scrolling down, you can see here a number of constructs again are measured of interest: teamwork culture, innovation culture, etc. In my results section, what I'm looking for is a correlation table, which would mean it's an easily coded article. I'm not really seeing anything, but I am seeing some other statistics, R squared and whatnot. Just going to confirm that there's nothing here that's correlational. Looks like all transformation needed type of statistics. Great, so again, I'm going to move this article into the articles coded folder. Transformation needed folder, rather. Great, so I'm just going to show you what you are looking for in this article. So this is what you're looking for in easily coded articles, this correlation table. This means that it's really easy to code the articles, and I would move this into my codable article folder. So I'm going to show you in another project, the Forgiveness and Health project. And I'm just going to open my two folders so that I can show you what this might look like. So I'll start with the article Potentials to Code in this folder. Just just open one just to take a look to see if there's anything relevant. Again, I'm going to check my abstract. I can see that it does measure my constructs of interest. I'm interested in forgiveness and health. It seems to be measuring both forgiveness and a number of different health associated variables. So this is a good start. And I'm going to want to see if it measures specifically things that are correlational in nature. So I know right away that it's relevant based on all of this information, so it's not going to go into the irrelevant articles folder. And here I can see that it does report a correlation, which is great. So this would suggest to me that I'd want to move this into the Codable Articles folder. Nothing is needed in terms of transforming specific statistics into correlations, because they provide this all to you. So I can just move this over into my, oh, this isn't the right folder. I want my Codable folder here, Codable Articles. I'm going to move that over because it's easy to code. And I can do the same. Oh, I don't have an extra copy of this. I'm just going to delete it. I'm going to check to see if this one is relevant, and if it is relevant, if it's codable or if it needs transformation. So I can check in my abstract. I can see that a number of constructs of interest are being measured here, health as well as forgiveness. Perfect. So this would suggest that it isn't irrelevant. I'm going to go to my methods just to confirm that indeed they're measuring my constructs of interest. And I can see here that indeed they do. There's a Heartland scale there, which is a forgiveness measure. And a number of different health measures are also looked at, as I can see in this table. If you go down, you can just, what you're looking for now that you've confirmed that this is a relevant paper, is if there's any correlations. Here I can see in text there's correlations, which is great. Sometimes they'll report them in text and not in a table. So take a look for that. And they also report it in a table, which is perfect. So this is good. You can see that it has all of my constructs of interest in the correlation table. So this is an easy to code article that I'd want to move into my Codable Articles folder. Move that over there. Oh, I didn't close it, so I'm just going to do that so that I can move it. I can just move this over to the easily codable article folder. So that's basically it. Hopefully this gives you a good understanding of how to code in these specific categories.